Hi guys, this is Mary. Welcome back to Cardz TV. Today we'll be making card number 4 in the 12 Days of Christmas Card series. And we all right now, I think, are mindful of the economy, and we want to send a beautiful handmade Christmas card to everybody on our list, but we don't necessarily want to pay a lot of extra postage. And sometimes it does cost quite a bit more to send a handmade card because we do add a lot of embellishments and cardstock is heavy. So I've tried to design a card today that I'm hoping will take standard postage. It fits in a standard A2 size envelope, which is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. And when I get done with this card, I'm going to run to the post office and weigh it so I can tell you just how much it's going to cost to mail this card. We'll be using Joys of the Season and Elegant Edges. And for our sentiment, we'll use one of my Cardz TV stamp sets. This is Holly Jolly. And my yellow sweatshirt is reflecting in it. But we'll be using Deck the Halls and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And I'm going to show you what I've cut for my card. This is a 1-layer card. That's it. We're not going to fold this. But I think it's so pretty having this lacy looking scallop for the base of our card. I don't think we need a folded card. This is going to save a lot on the weight and the postage. Now I used Elegant Edges to cut this, and I used some plain white cardstock, and this is the brand that you get at Walmart. It's Georgia Pacific. It comes 150 sheets to a package, and I think it's like $5 and something. So it's very economical. It's about 110 pound cardstock, so it's a good weight for going through the mail. And this shape, let's see, it's the oblong on page 48. There it is right there. And I wanted this to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. I cut this oblong right here, this lacy oblong, at 5 1/2 inches. So it's 5 1/2 this way, 4 1/4 this way. We're going to put one piece of patterned paper on here. And this pretty paper is from, I think it's Cloud9 Designs. And it's just got some cute little ornaments on here and a little bit of holly and some stars. And I cut this piece at 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/2 inches. And we're just going to layer that right there. Now if you wanted to put another mat behind this, you could. But take in mind that it may cost more to mail it. And we're trying to do one that's not going to take a lot to mail today. So let's see, I've forgotten to bring my ATG gun in here, so I'm going to run and get that, and I'll get this adhered to the front of my card, and then I'll show you the image from Joys of the Season that I've cut out. Okay, I've got the mat adhered to the front of my card, and now from the Joys of the Season cartridge on page 79, I just cut this plain ornament right down here, and I cut it out of some pretty green cardstock, and I cut it at 3 inches. And I've also cut this little piece right here, which is like the top for the hanger on the ornament. I cut that out of some gold glitter paper. I also cut it at 3 inches. And I ran my ornament through my Cuttlebug Divine Swirls folder because I want to take some gold ink. This is just some Martha Stewart gold ink. If I can get it off of here and not get it on me, that would be really good. And I'm just going to rub it across here so that it highlights the swirls that I've embossed on my ornament. And I'm also going to go around the edges of it. Can you see that? It really makes those swirls stand out, and I think it's really pretty. Just to add a little touch of gold. And you can do this as much as you want to. If you don't have gold, you could use white or any other color you'd like. But you just want to bring out those swirls. That looks really pretty. Can you see all that gold on there now? Okay, I'll get that put away. I'm going to take my two-way glue pen and add the little ornament hanger, the little gold glittery ornament hanger to the top of my ornament right there. Now I want to add just a touch of greenery to my ornament and a little red and white gingham bow. I cut this little piece of evergreen using my Martha Stewart punch. And if you don't have this punch, I'm sure in one of the Christmas cartridges there is some holly or something that you could cut out to put on your ornament. And I'm just going to take a glue dot and stick this end down. Right there at an angle. And then I'm going to put one on my little red and white gingham bow. And add that to the top. Let's bring my greenery down just a little bit. Fluff up my bow. I think that's really pretty. Now, I've got this on just one thickness of foam tape because I don't want my envelope to be too thick, but I do want to add the dimension of the foam tape. And before I stick this down, I've also cut a little white border down here and stamped a sentiment on there. And for that, I used my EK Success Scallop Punch. And we'll add that with our ATG gun. Let's make sure I get it straight. Now we'll get our ornament put on. And there's the front of our one-layer card. I think that's very pretty. And for the back, I just took the Holly Jolly stamp set and stamped "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," and you've got plenty of room down here to write a little message and sign your name. And I'll show you, this does indeed fit in a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch envelope. Now I'm going to stick this in here. I'm going to run to the post office and weigh this card, and I'll come right back and tell you how much postage it's going to take to mail this very pretty one-layer card. I think anybody would be happy to get this, but it won't cost you an arm and a leg to mail it. So I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay, I'm back from the post office, and the card and the envelope weighed 3/10 of an ounce, and it'll cost 45 cents, a regular stamp, to mail this. You've got your very pretty front, and here's your sentiment on the back. I think it turned out really, really pretty. Thank you so much for coming by today, everybody. I'll see you again soon with card number 5. Bye now.